In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Property Filter to find direct-to-landlord rent-to-rent deals. These properties are often low-hanging fruit because you can have a direct conversation with the landlord rather than having to go through a letting agent. Finding these leads in Property Filter is really simple. All you need to do is set and forget your criteria, and then the lead generators work for you like a virtual assistant or a member of your team, scouring the portals, looking for properties that meet your criteria, and then dropping them into your leads inbox while you sleep. In this video, I'll show you how to go and set one of these lead generators up, including selecting your area where you want to look for properties, applying one of the predefined templates so that we can start getting leads coming in ASAP. We'll then look at how you can go and tweak the criteria to go and refine the types of properties that are being found. And then lastly, I'll show you how you can go and review your leads inbox, so that we can identify the most motivated property owners and you can then prioritize who you follow up with. So I'm currently here in my Property Filter account, and the first thing we want to do is to set up a new lead generator. So on the left hand side, if I just go to leads generator and then here click add new leads generator. And the first thing, let's go and select our area, and I'm going to go and look in Liverpool. So I'm just going to remove these postcodes. And if I just go here and let's put L1, so that's where I want to have a look. So type L1, it will then go and search for that postcode and then go and select it. And I'm going to throw the net quite wide. So let's say within 2 miles. So let's go and select quite a big area. If you did want to go and add additional postcodes, just click nearest district PC here. And then you can always go and click in to add additional postcodes depending on what areas you're searching in. So we've selected the postcodes. So then click next. And we want to then go and select one of these predefined templates. So here you can see we've got rent to rent. And if I hover over it, you can see that it's direct to landlord using open rent. So I'm just going to select rent to rent and then click next. And then the last thing we need to do is just give our lead generator a name. So if I'm just going to put mine LVP for Liverpool and then rent to rent. That's it. It's really, really simple. So we'll click save. And it now goes and starts pulling through properties. So you can see here that we've got 206 here that are on market, and then 2 here in the orange, which means that they're let agreed. So if I just go click leads or check leads, and we can see our motivation. So I've got 31 here where they're both back and reduced. But you can see that we've got a whole host of different types of properties. So we've got here, that's a 9-bed house, but it's 455. So that would suggest that it's a room. And then if I keep scrolling down, so this is a 3-bed semi-detached, which is 2,475. So that's probably a whole house. Again, 850, that's a flat. So this is rent to rent, but it's for people who have put it on with open rent, and there's a whole host of different types of properties. So the next up, let's go and tweak our criteria. So let's say that we wanted to do rent to rent HMO. If I go back to leads generator, I'll go and find our lead generator here. So LVP rent to rent. If I click on it and go edit, we can then go and tweak our criteria. So if I go to strategy, here you can see where we've got a few options. So it's currently looking for both houses and flats and other. So let's say for rent to rent HMO, we only wanted to consider houses. I can here just deselect flats. So we'll ignore flats. Let's also just put in a minimum number of bedrooms. So let's say that we want a minimum number of bedrooms for a rent to rent HMO of 4. And let's say that we also want to have a minimum price of 750. So putting these 3 things in, it should just go and discount flats, which may be applicable for service accommodation. It'll also go and discount individual rooms within an HMO, maybe where they've not managed to rent everything. So we just want to focus on whole houses. I'm also just going to take out a couple of other things. So we don't want new builds, retirement homes, care homes and listed buildings. And then that's probably sort of tweaked our criteria enough just to focus on what we're looking for. So once you've gone and refined this, we can then just click save. It'll ask us to confirm. So just go confirm here. And then this will go and reduce the number of properties. Cool. So now you can see that we've gone all the way down to 25 properties. So again, let's go and check our leads. Great. So here, back and reduced is now 3. And you can see we've got a 7-bed house, a 4-bed house, and a 5-bed. So if I just go and click on this 5-bed house, let's take a little bit more of a look and see what's going on. Great. So here we've got a graph here where we can see that previously it was listed last year for 1,800. It's then come off the market. They put it back on again for less, for about 1,700 in mid-April. We're now here in mid-May. And they've still not rented it out. So they've reduced the price. It's been on for a month. and they've still not managed to rent it. So that suggests they may be quite motivated. Let's also have another look. So it's available from the 22nd of August, although that was last year, so we can double check that. 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, semi-detached. Oh, here we go. So it's available to move in from the 21st of June 2023. So they've got less than a month to go before this property is available to rent, and it's still listed on Open Rent. So that's a good sign. So if you look here, we've got the letting details, and here there's a little icon saying Open Rent. So if we click on that one, that then takes us to Open Rent's website. And it's from here that the real power of Property Filter comes in, because you can now go and message them directly. So here, next steps, message the landlord or request a viewing. So we can go and message them. We can go and offer them a guaranteed rent, etc. for their property. And we know that they're motivated, because if we again go back to our property list, they've had to reduce the price and it's back on the market, and there are a couple of others. So these are the ones that you want to focus on in terms of trying to secure a rent-to-rent deal. So go ahead, set up a simple rent-to-rent lead generator, see the type of properties you get coming through, and then, as discussed, if you need to go and refine the criteria, go ahead, and good luck in finding your next rent-to-rent property deal.